regret my daughter. I regret the role.
This is a conversation that we need to be having much more often. This actually comes up in therapy a lot. And I think that there's so much shame in terms of vocalizing this feeling that it gets suppressed. And when it gets suppressed, it comes out in different ways. I think that when we're able to be more honest about this conversation, then it allows us to figure out ways to work with it versus pretending that it's not there and then having it impact the children. Two things can be true at once. You can absolutely love and adore and not regret your child, but dislike the role of being a parent.
Hey beautiful people, how are you all doing today? My name is Maria Davis and I'm back again with another interesting video. Here is another mother coming out to tell us why she regrets having children. If only we can have mothers that can be bold enough to come out and say things like this. Let me roll the clip for you all to watch and I'll come back and talk about it.
I consider myself someone that stands 10 toes down on the fact that I regret motherhood. It's like I don't regret my daughter, I regret the role.
I think people are rubbed the wrong way about it because most moms feel that way.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to say it.
There is an anxiety that I have developed having a child that never lived in me before at all. The fear of even when she's not with me and I don't have to be selfless, I'm still thinking about, is somebody going to hurt her? Is an earthquake going to happen? A mother is like who I am, like at my core, and because of that, it consumes a lot of my thoughts, and I hate that.
I need space from my child in order to be a good parent. I can play as much as a 34-year-old woman can play.
Yes.
But like feeling guilty about that too. Like I chose to be a mother. You're supposed to love every part.
One day she's not gonna want to play.
She's not gonna want to play. You're gonna win.
Like, no, I won't.
I want to believe that maybe we should put like 100 mothers in a room and let's ask them like deep questions like, do you regret having children? Like not your child at all, but do you regret the decision of having these children? I feel like more than half of the mothers in that room would tell you yes, they regret having children, but they're just being in denial. Some that will not tell you yes. I feel like they're just being in denial. That's just my thoughts. Let me know your opinion about these particular conversations down in the comment section. I have a few issues to share with you all. Then at the end of issues, I'll share my own opinion.
I consider myself someone that stands 10 toes down on the fact that I regret motherhood.
I really appreciate the way that women are starting to be more candid publicly and having conversations about their experiences with having kids. Because I've reached the point in my life where I'm starting to realize that a lot of the ideas that I had about what life was going to look like when I was a kid were delusional and wrong. And one of those things is definitely having kids. And a lot of the realizations that I've had have been a result of hearing from the experiences of other mothers and things that they weren't expecting or didn't know were going to come with, the job. And I always just imagined a life where I had kids, but now that I'm really living it, I just don't know if that's for me. And I said all that to say, thank you to the moms that come on the internet being their true and authentic selves and telling us the real, because people need it, okay?
Regret motherhood. It's like I don't like.
I know y'all only like my videos when I am loud, obnoxious, and yelling, but I am glad that somebody is finally saying this out loud and we can actually have a productive conversation about it. No mom will ever regret her children, but the role of motherhood is literally an all-consumptive entity that is poised to suck the entire being out of your life. You are there from sun up to sundown, and some nights you don't even sleep. And before you say, but B, you chose to be a mom, bitch, you chose to work at Walmart, and we still got to listen to you, bitch, and moan about the people you work with, so miss me with the bullshit. Being a mom is hard. It's rewarding, it's challenging, it's happiness and sadness and worry and anxiety and joyfulness and tears of happy and everything rolled all into one. But it's exhausting as hell.
That I regret motherhood.
Me and my mom were just having this conversation this morning. And I'm one of 4, and all of my siblings have multiples. Oldest brother has 2, second oldest brother has 3, and my twin sister has 4. I don't have any. I'm the gay sibling. I was talking to my mom today, and I was like, the only time I want to be a parent is when I want to be a parent. I was like, Ma, you might not get any out of me. Hate to break it to you, but there's plenty to go around, and I'm not one of them. Because this world sucks already. And having kids are a lifetime responsibility. It's not a tomorrow, it's over at 18, they're done. It's not that. Your kids are always going to be your kids, just like you're always going to be their parent. And why do I want to put that kind of responsibility on me? Not right now. And of course, one day, maybe, possibly. But the more in my healing journey I get, the more I'm starting to realize that that might not be something for me at all.
Motherhood. It's like I don't like.
First off, if you haven't seen this interview, please make sure you go see it and watch it to the end. It will have much better context for you. But second of all, I want to say I am so grateful for her saying what so many of us mothers have said to ourselves secretly, but would never say out loud because of all of the judgment and criticism and the shame that people would try to pour into us and just try to make us feel yucky about ourselves. Her truth is so many of our truths. It is one of the reasons why so many women choose not to have children, because to say what she said, they would be shamed, they would be guilted, they would be judged, they would be all the things. But she is so right. I have two daughters, ages 39 and 35. And trust me, not a day goes by, even though they are good, grown, and gone, okay, that I do not worry about my children. From the moment that you conceive these children to the day you take your last breath, you are filled with anxiety, stress, fear. Every time the phone rings, you praying that is not something going on with your children. Nothing has happened to your children. It's different. And if you have never been a mother, you will never understand it. My daughter lives in Florida, one of my daughters, and I am terrified. She is 35 years old. Why do I have to be terrified that my daughter may be hurt when she goes to cast her vote, her legal right to cast her vote, because of all the BS that's going on in Florida right now? That's the kind of stuff that she is talking about. She doesn't regret her daughter any more than I regret my children. I would do it again, even with all that I know. But society, this conditioning, this way of thinking that mothers are never supposed to say these things and can't feel these things. And if they do feel these things, they must be wrong. They're bad or something. First of all, let's take these labels off. None of us are, well, we have a right to feel what we feel because of all the shit, I'm just going to say it, I try not to curse, but all the shit that we have to deal with, especially if your children are black and brown. Let's be real. So thank you, Jessica Rose, for you saying what so many of us couldn't say and put it in such a succinct way that hopefully folks that have half a brain can understand that it's not that we regret motherhood, we regret all that comes with it, that we can't even relax even after they have flown the coop. Thank you.
Okay, because this is definitely not talked about enough. Ever since I had my first child, my daughter, it's like I started to have it real bad. Like I just always constantly thought about, oh my God, what if something happened to my child? Like what am I gonna do? Or like I did not want her to go with her. I didn't even want her to go with her dad without me going. Like yeah. And now that I'm on my third child, it's like it is even worse. Or like I never like worried during my pregnancies like, oh my God, I hope my baby survives or this, that, and the third. But with this baby, it's like it helping. Like I pray over my baby 24/7. Like, and I just love that every time I pray, he just kicks. So I know that God is listening. And yeah, but the anxiety is freaking real. Like I know that my mom would never harm my kids or do any of that, but even when they call my mom or anybody, I just freak out. Like I call 24/7, and if like when they go with their dad, if he don't send me a picture, when I say send me a picture, I'm gonna blow up his phone until I get a picture, because I'm starting to think, oh my God, why he ain't sending me a picture of them? Oh my God, why he not answering the phone? It's just all kind of crazy stuff. So the anxiety is freaking real. And when my kids are not here in the bed with me, it's like I start to cry sometimes, and I be praying. Like, I gotta pray myself to sleep because I just start thinking the worst, and like, I just freaking hate it. I hate it. And I have also talked about this with like other friends and stuff, but this is my first time ever seeing another parent like make a video explaining like exactly how I've been feeling. So I'm happy to see that other parents, other moms be feeling the same way I've been feeling, because I start to think like something's freaking wrong with me, because why would you even be thinking like that? But I'm just happy to see that other moms, other parents be feeling how I be feeling. But yeah, I just had to come on here and add it.
I've not seen that full video. Please go see that full video, because she goes on to say that she does not regret her daughter. She regrets motherhood and the anxieties that come with it. And I completely agree. Hence why I don't have another child right now. I love my daughter. I would not be the woman I am today without her. She is, I always say, the greatest accomplishment I've ever were able to create. And I love her beyond anything I can, or anyone I could ever love in my life. And I just can't live without her. But I do not like motherhood itself, because I completely understand the fact that when she's not with me, I'm constantly thinking about, oh my gosh, what's going on? Especially with TikTok and all the videos that you've seen about people getting taken, women getting taken. I think about that all of the time, and I work on it. Hence why I meditate so much and things like that. So I don't think about those things. I'm always thinking 2-3 steps ahead, because I want to make sure my daughter is safe. And we need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be honest and have a safe place for mothers to be honest about motherhood. It is not what these people told us it would be. It is not giving what it's supposed to give. It's not doing what everyone said. Oh, motherhood is so beautiful, which it has its beautiful moments, but let's be honest, shit is hard. Shit is hard out here. And I completely agree with her. I love my daughter with everything, with every breath in my body. But motherhood itself, I don't know if I'm ready to do that shit again. Just saying, let's be honest and keep it real.
It's like I don't like.
No, for real though, let's talk about it, because I absolutely adore being a mother. But on the same hand, this shit is ghetto. However, most millennial mothers, we are built to survive, because we've seen our parents go through hell. We were raised in a society of fear, anxiety, frustration, hatred, and we are bringing children into this world. Millennial moms are built on survival, so another person can just exist.
So before anybody tries to come for this woman, understand that she goes on to say it's not that she regrets her child, it's that she regrets the role. And I can wholeheartedly relate to this feeling, because as a mother of a now adult child, there are times where I'm like, damn, it would be nice to not have these somewhat all-consuming thoughts of fear and anxiety about what might happen to my son out in the world, what could happen, what could go wrong, all the things, all the shit that goes through a mother's head. When you have a child, something changes in you, and people don't necessarily tell you about that part when you become a parent. They just tell you to focus on all the good and be a good nurturer and a protector and a provider and all those kinds of things, but they don't tell you what's going to happen here, especially for the mothers and for those who have birthed children. So those folks who are, trans folks, I'm including y'all too, so don't try to come for me on the gender shit right now, okay? I'm talking to people who have birthed children. Something happens here that literally changes the way that you function. It changes the way that you sleep. It changes the way that you operate. It changes the way that you drive. Like little things like having to constantly think about the well-being of another human being who you chose to bring into this world, who you chose to raise, nurture, and care for. And then eventually there's going to be times when you're like, oh my God, I love you, but get the fuck away from me. I love you, but please go over there. I love you, and also I don't want to talk to you right now. I love you, and I also sometimes wish that you could go live on an island somewhere. Those were feelings that I had when my son was a teenager. Those were feelings that I had where I was like, oh my God, I don't know what else to do with you. I can't play any more games. I don't want to watch any more cartoons. I don't have any more ideas of what to do with you. I just need a moment to myself. And so sometimes moms in particular don't feel like we're allowed to have those feelings, let alone to express those feelings, because then you have, you know, the whole crunchity, crispity people who are like, I was only put on this earth to become a mother. It is my only purpose in life is to mother someone, and I shan't ever get tired of it, and I would never curl my lips to say that I don't love motherhood. That's great for you, but that's not the real for everyone. And I will end this by saying, I love my child. Motherhood is not for the faint of heart. And if you decide to do it, just know it's for life.
So when y'all get a chance, please go back and look at that full video. I understand how they feel. Not even from a professional standpoint, but from being a single mom standpoint. You get blamed for everything. You blamed if the daddy ain't there. You blamed if you can't make no money because you can't find no babysitter. You blamed if your kids ain't got this. You're blamed if your kid is having a behavior problem and you're doing everything you're supposed to do and you're really trying. You just don't know what to do. You are blamed for being fearful of your kids going out in this world and people doing something to them. You're blamed if you're not feeding your kids a certain way, and you're blamed if your child isn't eating 12 servings of vegetable a day. You're blamed if your child isn't fully potty trained, walking and talking by the age of 1. You're blamed if your child isn't sleeping through the night and you're not sleeping. Moms are blamed for everything, but nobody ever takes the time to say, what do you need, Mom, to help you through this way? Mom, do you need help trying to do a schedule? Mom, do you need help doing this? Mom, you know it's okay if you got to put that baby on full formula and you can't breastfeed because you're busy working. No, because if you're not breastfeeding your baby, you're a horrible mom. If you can't breastfeed, you're this. If you can't make it work out and can't co-parent with the dad, you're this and you're that and you're this. So all of that is piled on. And that's not even thinking about what she is going through as a woman. My body changed. I had a baby. It's been a year and my body still isn't the same. It's been 2 years and stuff is still going on. It's 3 years and now I have anxiety and my overthinking is to the max. What am I supposed to do? Because I'm in fear every second about my child. What if they choke on this? Are they still breathing while they sleep? Are they on this? Are they doing that? And it's like, when does it stop? When am I going to be that mom is like, oh, everything is okay? When I started Ex Nanny Q, I wanted to make sure that moms and dads weren't stressed about the little stuff. I want to put my baby in the bed by themselves, but what if something happens? I made an Amazon storefront for it so the baby can sleep by herself, so mom can actually get some sleep. That way she's not trying to move on an empty cup. When your cup is empty, you have nothing to pour out for your kids. This is why it's okay to ask for help. Remove the pride of, I don't need help. You do, and ask for it. And that's why it's also okay to get therapy fast.
Alright, if you're still here, definitely enjoying this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and comment and all of that good stuff. All comments are accepted if you put them down respectfully. So alright, for my own opinion, I feel like people should stop like condemning mothers that come out to like tell people that they regret having children. They don't regret their child, but they regret having children. I feel like people should respect that, because I personally feel like all mothers, not all, maybe some, actually have that. They have some like, there are some things that they can't say out, and when they hear it out from some people, they tend to condemn them, like, why would you say such a thing? Why would you say such a thing? But deep down, you wish you can speak that out. Like, these are the things you're saying in your mind, and you wish you can speak that out. So when you hear a mother saying something like that, you don't have to be like, oh, this is a bad mother, this doesn't deserve to have a child, this is a, they don't deserve to have a child, blah blah blah. No, they are saying what is really bad, and they are saying the truth. I'm not saying all mothers regret having children, but people that did not think about, the mothers that did not have that deep thoughts about having children before having these kids, they tend to regret these decisions later, and it affects them later. But because they already have the situation, they're already living the life already, they'll just have to find a way to continue living that life and find a way to enjoy that life. But that doesn't mean that if they can take back and rewind the times that they want to make that decision, they will cut their womb out. And I love the stitches on this video because mostly mothers that came out to talk about it and came to tell us while they also might feel like they regret it, not only child-free by choice people. Anyways, I'd like to know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. Let me know what you all think, and that is my few opinion about this particular video. All right, thank you so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And of course, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.